Hey guys, and welcome to this surprise unboxing of the and first impressions of the Tangzu Shimin-Li. So here we are. Here's the box represented at the front. Trilogy Part 2 because this is slated as a trilogy of IUMs which was started in Yuan-Li, and this is the Shimin-Li, and I forgot what the third part will be. I think it will come out at this for the next few months. The third one will come out. So represented with, I think this is Chinese letters and some, I think this is a dragon or something. It's all the illustrations in this front cover may be alluding to the, I think the trilogy names are emperors of China. So at the side you have the Tangzu logo. Tangzu was formerly known as T-Force, if you remember. At the back we see some specs, and as you see, I've got here the gold variant of the Shimin-Li. So another side, the logo again. Let's take a look inside. So we are represented with the IMs themselves, the front when you unbox the Shimin-Li. So it's very, the faceplates or the entire IM is very brilliant, presented with a very brilliant gold finish. You see Shimin-Li here, and I suppose this is Shimin-Li too in Chinese characters. So it's presented in layers. I think first layer is the IEMs. So let's put this one aside first, and another box. And at the last layer we are presented with a cable and accessories. First, for the cable, here's the cable. First impressions of the cable seems to be good. It's of good quality. It's the same braiding we see at our typical KZ IEMs, but the quality of the cable itself, it's much more better. It's of a matte finish, and the tactile quality it has is better feeling than the KZ IEMs or KZ offerings that we usually have at this the type of braiding format. So here, chin strap, and I think this is called a separator. And we don't have a cape, we don't have a mic, but it's all right. Yeah, 2-pin connection. So for the accessories, we are presented with the plethora of tips. So I think these are two variants, narrow bore and wide bore. So I think the narrow bore ones are the ones in blue, and the wide bore ones are the ones in the translucent white. So yeah, here's the tips if you want to see them up close, and the cable again. So that's all for the accessories. There's no other stuff. Here's the IMs themselves. So it's different unboxing format than we usually see, because it ejects from the back rather than the front. We are. So first impressions of the weight, it's really hefty for a $30 IEM. I think this is the heftiest IEM that I have encountered for the price. So as you expect with a glossy and a brilliant finish of an IM, it's quite susceptible to fingerprints, as you can see here if you handle it with your fingertips. Yeah, take a closer look at the sides, the back. So you have seen in other early reviews of the Shimin-Li that the filter, or this filter is hidden at the back of the IEM. So if you see early photos of the Shimin-Li, you won't see this filter, but this is the regular release version, this will be the ones that you will get if you buy the Shimin-Li. So the filters will be visible if you buy the Shimin-Li now. Oh, there are vents at the back. Yeah. Overall, it's really good. This is very quality build for the price. So that's all for the unboxing and build quality impressions of the IEM. So let's transition again for my audio first impressions. So transition, and we're back. So here's my first impressions, audio impressions of the Tangzu Shimin-Li. So before we start, a quick disclaimer first. My views here and impressions of the Tangzu Shimin-Li are mine and mine only. I am not commissioned nor paid by Tangzu in order for me to give out a skewed review. So there has been talk over at especially in Facebook that us reviewers were being paid by Tangzu to give out good reviews for the Shimin-Li. This is clearly wrong and very slanderous to say. So that is a quick disclaimer for you all. So let's go through the first impressions of the Tangzu Shimin-Li. So for the overall tonality of the Shimin-Li, this is a warm neutral IEM. It is very versatile whatever genre you throw at it. So it's an all-around performer. So for the bass, it is properly executed. It has proper meat and resonance to it to keep the listener engaged. So after all the IEMs that I have reviewed recently, this is one of the more engaging IEMs and listens that I have experienced during this time. So it has a clear mid-bass focus, so which brings the drive of the song when it calls for it. So it really brings in the pulse of the bass drums if you listen to bass heavy songs or in percussion heavy songs. So it really brings in the pulse of the song when it calls for it. So the decay, if you're prefer a more precision and accurate bass, this is not for you because the decay is very slow, but each bass hit really slams hard when a song pushes for it. So my main criticism for the bass frequencies for this Shimin-Li is in its sub-bass execution. It has a below average execution to it, which can result in eventual moments of cloudiness in some songs, especially in modern like dubstep songs, which are really bass heavy and relies on the lower frequencies to bring in the meat of the song. So for the mids, this is clearly the mid-range quality of the Shimin-Li is clearly the star of the IEM. It's really lush and has full of richness. So the vocals are rendered in excellent fashion. One of the best I have heard in the sub $100 price bracket. So sometimes it can beat the Aria, which is said to be the king of the sub $100 price bracket. So it really says about this $30 IEM. It's really good. So the greatest, but another criticism for the mid-range, the greatest strength of the Shimin-Li, which is the mids, can sometimes be the weakness, as it occasionally becomes too rich for a song. So the richness can give sometimes a lack of space and air for the instruments to breathe in. So sometimes a listen can be cloudy or too much going on. There's too much going on when a song is really bassy, like in progressive metal songs or in more jazzy multiple instrument type of genres. So for the treble, it is a non-fatiguing experience. The theme of the IEM, which is I have noticed it is really warm and rich. The rich theme of the IEM really continues in the treble frequencies. The cymbals have enough body to them to really be apparent in a song, but they lack the shine or if you want me to go for a layman's term here, the swishiness of the cymbals. It lacks that. that's the body that really resonates, but there's a lack of the swish. So there's also a lack of extreme upper treble extensions, which really gives the air to the IEM when it did it. So it also lacks that. So for the soundstage and imaging, so soundstage and imaging is pretty average compared to the IEMs I have, but really competitive for the price range. I have multiple IEMs well below the $50 and $30 bracket. So this is a very competitive IEM in terms of its soundstage and imaging capabilities. So again, the greatest strength of the IEM, which is its warmth and richness, can sometimes hinder the innate soundstage capabilities it has. So sometimes I think the Shimin-Li can be a better performer in terms of soundstage, but the warmth and richness it has can sometimes hinder its capabilities. So if you have an EQ, I recommend putting a high shelf on the upper treble frequencies to really bring out the good soundstage capabilities it has. So out of the box, it's really average if you have a lot of IEMs in the $100 price bracket or the $150 price bracket. But for the price, I can't say too much or nitpick too much, because what we have here is really a good IEM for a really I can say this is a steal price for what the IEM can give you as a listener and an audiophile. So that's all for my first impressions of the Tangzu Shimin-Li. So stay in tune for the full review of the IEM. So Goji here. Thank you and bye.